I call Paul Foster-Bill.
Tēnā koe e te mana
Tēnā koe.
whakawātuarua, tēnā koutou katoa e ngā mema o te whare. Sir, in rising to take a call in this first reading debate on the Royal New Zealand Foundation of the Blind Act Repeal Bill, I just want to respond to some comments that have been made so far in the debate. My colleague, the Chairman of the Health Select Committee, Simon Connor, the Honourable Member for Tāmaki, reflected on the history of the Blind Foundation. And the question was raised around what the Jubilee was that was originally the eponymous Jubilee in the name of the Jubilee Institute for the Blind when it was founded in 1890. Well, having done a little bit of historical research, Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased to be able to say, I can inform the House, that commemorated the 50th anniversary of the foundation of the colony of New Zealand in 1840. Because I think it might be of interest to other monarchists. Simon, I know, is one of them. Because I was wondering as to whether there was. I was wondering as to whether there was a royal jubilee in 1890, and of course there wasn't. So that was the event after which the initial Institute for the Blind was named, and was formally adopted at a public meeting. And then to go on, in 1891, a school known as the Jubilee Institute was founded in Parnell, and I think members have also touched on that establishment. In 1892, the Institute was incorporated as a separate charitable institution, and a board of 6 trustees were appointed. And a lot, Mr. Speaker, has happened since then. The Jubilee building in 1908 opened, and there was a significant event in 1926 where the Institute was renamed as the New Zealand Institute for the Blind. Other members have also mentioned the foundation of a military band, but they might also be interested to learn that from 1927 onwards, the institution of a military band also led to a dance band, a school choir and a girls' string orchestra, providing much enjoyment, obviously, to those people who might have visual impairments but could still enjoy the beautiful music performed by those bands. In 1955, there was an Act of Parliament which enforced deinstitutionalisation. And I, like other members, want to reflect on some of the changes that this bill now brings in as we, in the modern era in which there are technical aids to assist those with visual impairments and blindness. So the changes to the copyright legislation that the Honourable Member Ginny Salisa, it's actually the Copyright General Matters Regulations 1995 Act, and that actually changes the descriptor of the foundation in that act so that modern technology that can be used, for instance, to read out aloud from a PDF file or other electronic sources, that those technical aids can be provided so that blind people and those who are visually enjoyed can enjoy literature without running the risk of impinging upon copyright. I think that is a very positive measure. Sir, this is a measure which has been supported by the Blind Foundation themselves. In fact, as early as 2002, the Foundation expressed a wish to clarify their status as a body controlled by and for the benefit of people who have blind or low vision, and to also modernise its structure and its governance arrangements, giving it more the characteristics of an incorporated society. So, sir, this is not a new desire. This has been for more than 10 years the wish of the Foundation themselves, and we know other groups that are supporting people with disabilities in New Zealand have similar statuses. They've modernised their constitutions and updated their arrangements to reflect the modern environment in which they operate. As other members have mentioned, in 2015 the Blind Foundation commemorated 125 years of providing valuable services to people who are blind and have low vision. And I think it behoves this House to ensure that the next 125 years for the Blind Foundation are underpinned by the best possible institutional arrangements to allow them to proceed with transparency as a body controlled by and for their members, and delivering the results and the services that people with blindness and visual impairments require and need. So, Sir, it is without a moment of hesitation that I would commend this bill to the House and hope that the Select Committee gives it, and I'm sure it will under the chairmanship of Simon O'Connor, that the Select Committee gives it full and proper consideration and advances it further.
Kevin Hay.